You're listening to Midwest Coven Cast.
I'm Susie.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Marilyn. We are three modern pagans making our way through this world.
We hope you will join us every 2 weeks
For conversations about,
Well,
just about everything. We hope you enjoy this episode.
Ready? Okay.
Hello.
hello, hello.
Hi, Coven.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Guess who's back?
Welcome
Back again.
Welcome back. We're going to start a band. That's our next announcement. No, I'm
The
kidding.
Pajammers or just the Jammers?
Was that
What is this?
We were gonna make a
some
band.
Yeah, there was some group we were going to make when we were kids.
The Jammers.
Yeah, I
The
think that was the name
Jammers.
of it. The Jammers.
Would you like this one?
The P-Jammers.
I got it. The Piston Jammers. What?
So Sam is lit the
And it's pop-a-loppin'. It was like pop.
ritual candle.
Yikes.
There's some dark black smoke.
I bet we need to cut
So,
the wick. Does it have a lot
We
of
probably
those black,
do need to.
Yeah, it's got a little turtle.
It'll be alright.
You know,
We'll watch it. It'll be fine.
I'll poke it with the stick.
It'll be okay.
bigger the wick, the
Shorter the stick.
I was gonna say the bigger the wick,
The bigger the fire.
yeah, kind of like the harder it'll burn, the hotter it'll burn, so it'll burn it down faster.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Anyways, yeah, never mind.
Well,
Okay.
needless to say,
This
the candle
is
is
intro.
the candle is lit.
Oh,
And we
goodness.
still
We're
have
full of
not
it
even
today.
talked about. We haven't
Welcome
even
to our
introduced our
podcast.
topic.
Hi, we're back and we host a podcast.
So
And we're being really loud, which has to do with sound.
I'm so bad at that. I'm like, where did
This one is working, okay? Go with it. It's working.
Okay, yes, sound. So today we are talking
I wish I could take a
about-
bath in sound.
Oh, wait a minute, we did.
Oh, wait.
So
But,
we kind of hinted at it in our last episode
Yeah.
toward the end that we were going to go to Luna de Torres and get a sound bath. So we did that, and now we're
did.
here to talk about it.
We are.
So it's actually been a little while since it happened. We were going to record right away, but you know we got busy and some time has passed, and so now we gotta recollect the experience.
Right.
Sound and time.
All right.
Time and sound.
So,
Yes.
so we had a sound bath, so maybe we should explain what a sound bath is. Because I think we've kind of mentioned it before, but we've probably skirted around it a little bit more than explained it specifically. So would one of you like to sort of explain?
Well,
I remember we talked about our disappointments in the sound experience that happened in the salt room, just because it wasn't like what we envisioned
Well,
it
yeah.
was going to be. Because we thought that was going to be our sound bath.
Well, like, I remember before we had made the plan, like, when we were making all, like, the season plans, and, yeah, I wanted it to be sound bath, because I saw in a book one time a lady that was laying down, and she had all these bowls around her, and it just looked like, yeah, that's how they did the sound bath, was they went around and they did all the bowls around them or on them or something. And
Yeah.
so that was kind of what I was thinking it was going to be. And then when we went and did the Salt and Soul, it was nothing like that. It was literally just over the speakers. I was like, well, darn
Yeah,
it,
it was just
not
like
quite what I was thinking. I
nature
These
think-
sound.
speakers aren't
sounds and-
resonating.
yeah,
Yeah.
nothing penetrated through my soul. So I was like, you know what, maybe that experience at Luna de Torres is more or less what I was kind of going for, like a sound bath, because that was kind of what I was envisioning in my head, was what I saw in that book, was, you know, being surrounded by bowls and all of them tuning
Yeah.
me, and it being like I was in the middle of a chime or something, you know, like a wind chime, just ding dong, like,
Right.
with all of them clashing into me with their sounds.
So basically, yeah, so a sound bath is basically when you go in and they play music for you. A lot of times it's like sound bowls, things like that. I'm sure that there are,
Gongs.
yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure there are a lot of other instruments like bells and, you know,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff that kind of can be brought into the mix, I'm
What was it
sure.
that she was using that were like, it almost seemed like she was rubbing two together in circles and then like, frong. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
That was just the sound bowl, I think. That was just her going around and then
It sounded
dinging
almost
it
like-
at the end.
Maybe there were like some
No,
symbols or
maybe.
something like that.
it almost
I don't
sounded
know.
like cymbals being rubbed together and then like them like going off of each other left like a
Like
them
a
ringing. Yeah, I don't know, but anyways.
I
Maybe?
don't know.
I'll have to look and see what devices that she was using.
Be like, tell me all of your instruments.
Yes. Yes.
Literally.
But
there are like a lot of things that are said to. There are a lot of claims about what these sound baths can sort of like do for us holistically. I'll let you guys get into that though, because I think you guys more know about this than I do.
Well, I mean, basically, what it's said to do is, it has deepening relaxation, lowers stress and anxiety, improves mood and well-being, improved sleep, heightened focus and energy, and a feeling of rejuvenation.
Yeah, those are the claims.
Those are the claims that it says that it's yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, to be honest with you, so what makes me more fascinated with it, honestly, than even all of the claims that it said to have made is, I remember just throughout time watching so many different videos talking about, sound frequencies and stuff like that, and I remember particularly watching one that a lady was, like, she had cancer or a tumor or something, and they were using sound, I want to say, to, like, target an area, and they basically, like, vibrated it to a point where it dissipated and it went away. And this was, like, way back. It was, like, an old video, like, old footage. So, to me, it's kind of crazy. And I'm sure that they probably do have this in the medical field in areas.
Oh, yeah. Still. Sound is used. I mean, an ultrasound is literally them, pulsing ultrasound. Sound through you, like, listening
echolocation.
Echo.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
So, that was kind of the part of it that fascinated me, because they talk about, like, resonation and how, like, if you tune a fork here and you have a fork over here that's not moving and you play this one, it'll resonate with this one and make it play. So to me, I feel like, if we are 70% water and we have cells and, and that was the other part of it too, was the fact that they had sound played into water particularly, and it was making all those different designs, like beautiful, like if it was a...
You mean when it got all short?
Yes. So that was water.
That was frozen.
Yeah, that was when they would freeze it. Yeah,
that was sort of like the same idea.
Yes, exactly. Though, like when they would play a harmony that was really beautiful, it would create a beautiful pattern within the water, and then when they would throw kind of disharmonizing frequencies together, it would cause more like shardy looks.
Are you gonna pass that or hold it the whole time?
I am so sorry. Here, take that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep talking. Take as many as you need. I'm so sorry.
I was like, man, are we just smoking our own?
I'm babysitting over here. I'm sorry.
You did roll both of them, so.
But no, basically, what I was getting at though was just the fact that I was curious more or less about the fact of our cells and what could it do to us on a cellular level if we are almost resonating with harmonies that are beautiful. Maybe it helps our cells feel that warm fuzzy feeling too.
Yeah. I think kind of my appeal to it was kind of similar because I've been using essences recently and it's kind of like the same thing. Like I want them to put the bowls on my body and feel the I want to feel the vibrations through me and have it resonate, the essence of the sound inside of me.
Yeah, well, and that's what I think I liked about it. I could literally feel it. So it takes me, I feel like when I try to sit down and meditate, I just can't always get to a point where I feel very relaxed. And I feel like, although it did take me a minute to get there both times, because I went on two different sound bath experiences. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it took me a while to get there. But once I got there, I could actually feel my whole body relaxing and feeling the vibrations of the sounds running through me in waves. Sometimes it would almost be an intense pull, it would almost build up. And then, go back down. Sometimes it would run all the way down me. Sometimes it would go from the back of me to the front of my, face. It was really cool. That's what I like about it, is you can feel it. Feel the vibration.
Yeah, I had, high hopes for this because, I mean, sound is just something I've always sort of resonated with to a degree. And we see sound come up, several times over the season. I mean, it was kind of incorporated with, our salt therapy, but then also... we did this, and then also, with the Gateway experience, it used sound to try and sort of...
lock into both hemispheres.
Yeah,
that was the other thing that I was thinking. So I was actually laying awake one night, and I had thought. I was like, you know how they're talking about doing the hemi sync by listening to this hurts and that hurts and this and that?
Yeah.
I almost wonder if, because when we were done, she was talking about how she was trying to get our brains to reach, like, the theta state, the theta wave, so that way we can kind of relax and actually dream almost and be on that, you know, meditative level.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I wonder if it's literally just two versions of the same thing. Like, I wonder if HemiSync is trying to get people to go on to get to that brain state by, you know, putting these hertz in their brain to get it to go there. And I wonder if sounds, they're trying to do the same thing with theirs. They're just trying to sync your brain to kind of feel relaxed and in theta. And is it theta that the sleepy
I think
ones
there's
are?
alpha, beta, delta, and theta.
Okay, yeah, delta's when you're getting there, theta's when you're, like, under, right?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I've heard it so many times that I should know myself, but I always get them all mixed up. But anyway,
I've taken notes on it somewhere, but but retain that information. I did not.
Yeah, I've been explained it several times.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if this is correct, but I'm pretty sure. Isn't alpha like your primitive, like your natural, like survival mode brain? And I think beta is your working brain, like your functioning day to day, doing things, tasks, completing processes brain. And then delta is more creative and like stuff like that. And then,
which is where kids are like,
yeah, like kids are more playful, where play and creativity and inspiration come from, I think, are delta. And then theta, I want to say, is more like
dream
transformational, like childbirth, trauma, like big experiences. Is that correct?
So I found like something online. So if this is to believe, and this is from Science Direct.
Okay.
And I don't know what I'm not 100% sure if that is a reliable source or not. But according to this, beta is anxiety dominant, or it is anxiety dominant, active, external attention, relaxed. Alpha, very relaxed, passive attention. Theta, deeply relaxed, inward focused. And then it says delta is sleep. And then it says there's one more row, but let me see if I can.
So what was the order again? Alpha, beta.
Oh, gamma is concentration. There's
gamma waves. That's what they talk about.
Okay.
When they're like this, right? When they're like right next to each other on how you.
Yeah, and that's like problem solving, concentration. Yeah.
But yeah, like I can't say that I probably necessarily got to a point where I was like, yeah, to a dream-like state. But like when she was trying to do the guided meditation, I was kind of curious if it was going to be any different than the first one, because I went twice, and it not super unfortunately, but it wasn't different than the first one. But I actually got to go back to the same place and at least do some things differently the second time than what I would do the first time. So like, you know how she brought us to the willow tree with the moss path?
Yep.
Like, I remember the first time that I did it, I really so Grandma and Grandpa on Dad's side had a patch of grass that was really soft, and I turned it into that soft grass that I remembered feeling under my feet. And then she said to sit on a bench, and I was like, no, I'm gonna lay on the ground. And then I had my hair sprawl out, and I almost felt like it was becoming roots underneath of me, and pulling knowledge. It was kind of cool. That time I actually felt like I got to a point where I could imagine some cool stuff. I knew I wasn't asleep, I knew I was awake, but I was kind of still trying to go with it and imagine some cool shit, you know?
Yeah.
But I felt like I liked the fact that I was, controlling it like a dream, because I don't usually get the ability to do that in my dreams. I'm dreaming and I can't control it. But this time I was kind of okay, well, I'm going to just, pretend like I'm dreaming and just imagine, which I'm usually kind of bad at doing.
Yeah.
But for some reason I was a little
you
bit
were
better
really
at
easy to tap into it.
It was easier for me this time a little bit.
Yeah.
This time around, though, instead, I actually did sit on the bench, and I made it out of, crystals. So it's all, badass, big, huge rocks, sticking out.
Nice. So it was like a throne?
Kind of, yeah. It was cool looking, but,
nice.
Yeah. I also have a hard time meditating and, calming down and getting out of my, things I have to do all the time brain. Mm-hmm. And when she was talking about, we're we're going to walk down this path barefoot and whatever. And I was just, like, slithering down the path like a little snake. And then I started talking to myself, and I'm like, I'm a snake.
I'm a snake.
I'm a slithery snake.
I saw that video and I was just like, oh my god, what am I watching right now? Like,
that was me while she was playing her sound bowls, and I was just slithering down this path. And then we got to the willow tree that we were supposed to, like, sit on this bench and be calm, and I was like, I'm gonna run in circles around this willow tree and, like, pull on them like their ropes and climb up them and, like, swing on them, and, like, I was not sitting down.
Disturb the peace.
Yeah.
I was not gonna sit down, okay?
Well, she told us to, like, she kind of, like, set up this, like, scene of, like, a bench underneath a willow, basically. Yep. And so she was like, if you feel your mind wandering, just go back to the bench. And I was like, I just kind of have to go back to that bench at the beginning. Back to the bench. Back to the bench. Yeah, well, I had a hard time concentrating. Well, not concentrating, but relaxing, because I brought my wedge with me, which is fine for my back when I'm in a bed. But I probably needed some padding beneath me as well.
Under your booty?
Yeah, because it was like, my back was bothering me. So, like, for the first, like, 15 minutes or so, I was laying down, and then I finally got up. And I just, like, sat, which was, I should have done that from the beginning. And after that, I was able to, like, more relax and, like...
tap in a little better.
I could stop sending myself back to that damn bench.
I do have to admit that the first time I went, she had a bed that I laid on that had a little bit more cushion underneath, and it was, like, above, and it was kind of nice to feel the resonation even below and stuff. Like, it was a little bit more comfortable the first time. The second time, because I think there was 3 of us, she had to accommodate, and so we had to be on the floor, and... She did say to
there was a lot of people in that room.
I was gonna bring 2, and I meant to bring one for you too, and then I totally forgot and just brought
That's
the one.
okay.
So that was kind of my bad too.
Totally not a big deal. I had considered bringing along. I have like a down comforter sort of deal that I could have that I could have like folded up and created like a mat, but I just was like, oh, I'll be fine with the wedge. It'll be fine. And then I was like, this is not fine.
It's a little uncomfortable. Yeah, this is a little stiff.
It was literally my own fault.
Well, you know what's funny is, so she offered at the very beginning blankets, and I was like, no, I'll be good without a blanket. But man, it got cold.
Taken that blanket.
I should have taken that blanket.
The fan was like right on our feet. We had that fan on the doorway next to us.
Oh, I probably should have laid there. That probably would have been nice for me. You know,
and that's one thing though. I feel like I didn't want to interrupt in the middle and say, hey, can you stop?
I'm gonna go get my sweater.
I was like, dang it, I really missed
I was afraid of that, like, when I needed to sit up, too, because I didn't want to interrupt you, too, if you were, like, in a really relaxed state, and I was like, I gotta make the noise at this point, though.
It kind of reminds me when we were in the salt room, and we were all trying to be real quiet, and then, like, we'd have to readjust.
Somebody would just fuck it up.
And then we would giggle about it.
I think that's one of the things that I've noticed about these types of kinds of experiences, and, like, I've already done my float tank experience, but I feel like doing it alone versus doing it with people is a little bit different. Like, you can kind of tap more into kind of a more, what's the word? Like, just you're more in tune with your goal in your mind when you're alone, because you know what you're supposed to be doing and you can accomplish it better, versus when sometimes there's those outer interruptions / thoughts about what you're doing to interrupt them, or, you know, like there's more levels to things when others are involved, unfortunately, sometimes, and it gets to me sometimes. So I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, because I did it too. When I was in there, I was moving around, like, I would go from my feet being up to my feet being down. I go from my hands being this way to my hands being that way. Like, I kind of had
especially
to move
towards the end,
bit.
my tailbone was like, oh man, I need to wiggle and, like, put my arms a different way.
And I think that's kind of to be expected, because I feel like, you know, you can't sit totally still the whole time, otherwise you will kind of get cramped up. But if you just get little movements throughout it as it's going, then you can kind of keep yourself a little bit, the blood flowing.
Your limbs don't die.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think, like, for the most part, like, once I got comfortable when I sat back up, I feel like I did get something out of it. Like, I was able to relax, and I kind of anticipated I would be able to at some point, because I will sometimes like I don't really have any previous experience with like a sound bath specifically, but A, I've always felt music is really powerful, and B, you know, like, I mean, just music can just move you emotionally and I think bodily, and, you know, in that sense. And so, I was down for the experience. But also, to sort of go beyond this, I should say I have watched some TikTok lives where people do like sound bowls and stuff. So like,
me too.
I've experienced those, but not like in person. But it always even seemed relaxing, just like in person, like even not in person, like even when it was like on TikTok.
On TikTok, I really like the pan drums. Is that what they're called? Like the ones with, they're like a big bowl looking thing with divots.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen people play those.
They ping on them.
I know what you're talking about. But
I listen to those sometimes too.
Yeah, I like the sound of those. I think maybe even more than the sound bowls. Yeah.
I feel like I still prefer the sound bowl only because of the intensity that it brings. Like
the
I remember
resonance.
Yeah, exactly. Like I remember when you got that heart one for me. That was the first time that I ever like experienced an actual sound bowl, even holding one. And
I still feel like so
especially.
like. Who buys a gift for somebody, like, for that occasion? Like, I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, you're like...
No, honestly, what was funny to me is that I was thinking to myself, like you said, like, what...
I was like, I got you something, and I'm like...
but that actually was kind of nice, like, it really was, like, it gave me something to kind of go back and do when I was, like, really feeling, like, sad. I was like, well, I'm gonna just go and...
use my sound bowl. That's awesome.
Like it worked a lot, so I like. It was a very, very good gift that you gave to me, so I appreciate it. And it also gave me inspiration to complete the set, because I would love to have one for every chakra.
For every chakra.
Yeah, like I feel like that'd
be
I
remember
cool.
when you played that. It was so like,
Yeah, Trevor got me one, I think it was last year for Christmas. It might have been just recently for Christmas, so...
Nice.
Yeah, no, they're nice. I feel like when you're holding it and you're doing it, and then you can control kind of how intense you want it to go, and yeah, it's kind of cool too.
Every time I see one or hear one played now, I'm just like, I want a set.
But no, that is something that like I said, I kind of want to collect a whole set eventually. That'd be cool.
So how was everyone feeling sort of like immediately following the experience? Or in the time after?
I feel like I was just deeply relaxed. I feel like that's pretty much the best way to describe it. Like, I feel like sometimes my body gets like that, like when you get that hum that goes through it, you know? Like after a concert, you know? Yeah. After you feel like bass through your body at a concert, and you just feel kind of like, I don't know what the word would be, hummy, like... I don't know.
Buzzed.
Yeah,
but not in the
after you get done mowing the lawn and you're all like...
a little shaken.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. But no, just, really relaxed probably would be the best way to describe it for me.
Nice. Yeah, I felt pretty relaxed afterwards. I mean, I'd just say relaxed. I felt good afterwards. Of course, I was in the company of people. It was one of the first times I've been out in public since the pandemic. So it was...
I felt hungry afterwards.
I was surprised how relaxed I was.
I was very hungry afterwards as well.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the one thing that was kind of nice, too, is the fact that, like, you know, the world is always so busy and loud with all the noise. So, like, to have this kind of noise was almost like a quiet noise, like a quieting of everything, and then a good noise to hear. So, yeah, that was kind of nice.
Yeah. And I mean, like, another thing that I've noticed since the sound bath is, like, I've been dreaming, like, deeply and more vividly recently, like, since that. But there's also one other thing that I've started doing since the sound bath, and maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. And that other thing is that I've stopped wearing a shirt when I go to bed. Like, my titties are just out. So, like, I'm like, is it that? Is it freedom? Is it, like, unlocking my brain? Or is it, like, maybe the sound bath did it? Or maybe, I don't know.
Why do I feel like I've heard of benefits
or maybe.
to sleeping naked? I feel like there's benefits or something to it. Like, when you're free.
I don't know. I don't sleep entirely. It's just, but my, you know.
Yeah,
My
just
girls
titties
are
out,
you know. And they're not even really out. Like, I'm under a sheet. So it's not like,
But it is something that's more, like you said, they don't
But
have
why do
nothing
men
on
get
top
to
of it.
sleep shirtless? Like, I want to sleep shirtless, and I'm going to do it.
She's like, I want to walk around without my shirt on. Damn.
I mean, I do down the hall.
Free milk for everybody.
But I know there's nobody
Sam's
here.
like, I can't do that.
Would you like some milk with your tea?
Would you like some milk to tea?
Oh.
Oh, I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry.
Crazy. So, yeah, basically, I feel like... Oh, so one of the things that I actually enjoyed the most was the conversations with her afterwards.
Yeah.
So, like, when I went in there the first time, I remember I was kind of obviously going through some emotional things, and
Yeah.
I had kind of more of... and I was by myself, too, which made it a little bit, I don't know, more intimate of a conversation.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so the two of us kind of afterwards were talking about some of the experience and then some of just what we were going through on our own personal, levels. And yeah, it was really nice. Like, she's a really cool person. And then I remember our conversation with her after ours was very, I feel, educational. Like, we were kind of talking to her about, like, some of the stuff, about the resonation with the sounds. And I remember she actually talked about, oh man, there were a few things, sorry. I had to take notes because, there were lots. She was talking about how there were studies being done and the fact that crystals grow. It's they
continue.
alive.
She said that they continue to grow, like, even after they're cut and even if they're, like, polished. Which I didn't understand.
Well, I think she said it has to be under the right circumstances, but they have the capacity.
Yeah, to still be a living thing.
That's the gist that I got out of what she was saying.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
If you were to put it back into the earth, like, at the same temperatures and pressure that it forms at, that it would grow more on your crystal.
Which
that's
I thought
kind of like
cool.
what I seemed like she was saying,
Yeah,
like it clones itself in theory.
Well, and yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Trying to make sense of things.
But yeah, no, that was what I also got from it too.
It begets more of itself.
That's the way Meryl would word it. And yeah, I like the fact that we were talking about how, like, yeah, you resonate or vibe with certain ones and some you don't vibe with and you don't want. And
I know you guys were bashing on my Moldavite, and I was wearing it the day, so I was like,
Oh,
you had it with you then?
Yeah, I did.
Well,
it's okay. I mean, I wasn't like offended or anything.
I just felt that...
I was just like, oh my gosh, I hope I'm not giving someone a headache.
Oh, no, it wasn't that. I feel like, it was a coincidence that certain things happened and certain things, I mean, it's all obviously just coincidence, but it was just funny that, I liked it too, though. Like, I like the piece that you gave me. I think it's actually very, very pretty, but... Yeah, I kind of wonder if I need to just get rid of it, even though I like it. It's just
much.
It's a bit much sometimes, I feel like.
She needs a lot in life.
Anyways, I also kind of remember her talking about, there being a selenite crystal cave in Mexico, because we were talking about mining our own crystals.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be kind of cool to check out.
Yeah, that's something that we've tried to fit in for this season, but probably won't, is trying to go crystal mining.
Yeah.
Maybe next season or something. I mean, we have a few things on our list, I think, that we never got to.
Somebody should donate some money to... donate a trip for us.
Well,
I mean, come on.
I think we need to... we'll start making some really cool stuff, and you guys can start buying our really cool stuff, and then we'll start making some dough, and then we can start going on more of these trips and doing more of these things, and... Yeah, having more content.
Honestly, we could make the mining trip be a business trip and just mine stuff to sell in the Etsy.
Boom. There we go.
Done.
I'm just kidding.
Tax write-offs and all.
But honestly, that would be a fun experience, I think, that our audience would also like to, see. So, and obviously would be cool to buy.
Yeah, that'd be a cool thing.
Well, and another thing that I also want to do is, because we missed out on it this year, we were almost going to substitute one for the other, was go to that Tucson rock or gem show.
Mm-hmm.
That I think looks like a good idea too. So maybe next season we can do
Days
stuff like
and
that.
days worth of rocks.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, and probably for some awesome prices because I'm sure a lot of those people are going there to offload what they have in stock and they're trying to get rid of it so they don't have to haul it all back to where they're going.
Stocks
Yeah,
and rocks.
like, oh. But anyways, stocks of rocks.
One little, two little, three little crystals.
I'm gonna spark another one of these. That's what that sounds like.
I'm still like obsessed a little bit with that song, and I feel like we really need to make it and put it on a Kids Witchy YouTube channel.
All right,
I'm convinced.
Pre-K starts in September sometime, and then that
So
can be one of
that
the
could be
that can be like one of the lessons. Be like, we're gonna write your own song today, and it's gonna be about math.
Let's do it.
But really, we already have the song written, and we're just
Gonna have them sing it
Well,
with
and
us.
you know what we could do too is I've always wanted to make one of those crystal like accounting book with just crystals in it instead, and an ABC book with crystals representing the letters of the alphabet.
I think we should make the ABC one, or you should, and whatever help you need, we can help you. Like, it's your idea, but...
Well, but I think that'd be a good one for the kids, though, too, because then, like, your 1 little, 2 little, 3 little crystals, we could even do it in a book style, too, that could sing along with the song that you create. So it'll be kind of a collaboration of...
That could be something we can make in our store.
And, ooh, you could download a PDF, or you could buy it physical.
We could write a whole curriculum behind it.
You know, honestly, like... Because what you do in the homeschooling thing...
Our little pagan curriculum.
A is for Annis, B is for Bessum, ba.
A is for the Antichrist. Kill, kill, kill.
What kind of a curriculum are you teaching these children?
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're making sure they have all the tools.
We're teaching them a whole world of knowledge. We're going to teach them everything. But yeah, I do actually think that would be a good thing for us to do because then we can incorporate the things that we're teaching our kids along with this, and then other kids can benefit from it as well. So that'd be
fun.
Ooh, stay tuned for the kid stuff we're going to be offering.
All these promises.
Yeah,
I know.
And then it's always a surprise which ones we follow through with. Isn't that the best part of being our fans? It's like we tell you all these great things that we might do, and you got to guess which ones we're going to do. And
I wonder if people have betting pools on us.
The Midwest Coven Cast. Guess what they said last week?
Are they ever going to look up how many predictions they have? No.
We have so many fun things we want to do.
But anyway.
But not enough money or
to do any of
time
them.
to do all of them.
Hey, you know what? We're starting, though. That's the one thing
We're
that
trying.
I remember. So that was one thing that I was kind of like, in that LLC episode, I was kind of getting hard on myself about. I was like, sometimes I have a hard time starting things and following through on things, and I feel like this whole LLC thing is one of the things that's inspiring me to actually follow through with things now. Like, yeah.
I just need to keep trying. Because, like, I burn out of steam. Like, I start with a project, do okay at it, run out of steam and stop doing it. And then it'll be, like, several months or maybe a year before I pick it back up again, go full steam, maybe make it a little further, run out of steam and stop doing it altogether again.
I go through cycles sometimes, too, with my creative stuff.
No, I haven't been productive in a while. And especially with school starting back up, I need to start getting into a more productive mindset and doing things.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing that I think is a little different about the way that we're going to approach it, at least the way that we've talked about approaching this one, is how we're going to just do things that we know we just want to do.
That bring us joy.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to find other things to bring other people joy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of happy
I hope the things that I create bring other people joy, but also, like,
You're still
fuck you guys, it's my joy and I'm going to create it myself.
I think, and I like that there's 3 of us too, because like we have different ideas about, not what creativity is, but to a degree that's true. But also we have different styles, we have different, preferences in terms of like kinds of art.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea about line art. I saw line art now. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, actually. So, yeah, it's just different stuff that we can introduce each other to and, give each other ideas and...
Yeah.
But anyways, we need to get back to topic because we are off topic like, whoa. Yes, we would like to create things to sell, but we also bought some things because Luna de Tora sells things in her shop. And I went crazy. I bought a whole bunch of stuff.
That was a good transition.
See, I am great at transitions, girl. No, I'm just kidding. When I attempt them. But no, I actually went a little crazy in her shop because, there was a lot of cool stuff. So I bought a little selenite bowl so I can throw my crystals in and, cleanse them. And then I got my quartz obelisk. Obelisk? How do you say that? Obelisk?
Obelisk?
Obelisk.
I don't know.
Obelisk.
Those little...
Obelisk?
They're like 8-sided. They're kind of tall with a point on the...
generator?
A generator, yes. They're like
kind of
that.
like a pillar?
Yes. And then I found that really cool piece of lepidolite that had that diamond thing through it. That was really cool. And I mean, I've never seen that before. And then I had a piece of black tourmaline, a piece of raw ruby, a lodestone, which the guy, when I was checking it out, said is like a magnet, like a money magnet.
A money stone, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that it actually had a different description in the thing when I bought it. And then I got this piece of amber that looks like black obsidian. It's so dark, but then you pick it up and it's so light because it's amber, obviously. So, then you're like, wow, that's cool.
I'm always impressed with how light or, like, heavy stones are. Remember we went to that one shop and I picked up, it was, like, I think it was a garnet.
Yes.
And I was like, this is so heavy, you have to feel it. Yes. And I was, like, so impressed by its weight.
I actually was, too, though. Like, I love garnet just to this day because of that. Because, it's just got that heft to it. Kind of like the ruby. The ruby had heft to it, too.
Mm-hmm.
Is that because of, like, how dense it is, probably? I guess
probably.
Yeah. So, really weird.
People like that know a lot about science were probably like snickering at that one.
Probably. That's alright.
Does that mean it's dense if it's heavy? Yes, maybe. I'm not quite certain, but
honestly,
I think that's right.
What's funny though is it kind of reminded me of a thought that I had earlier about the whole like resonance thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know how they talk about how if like there's like a crystal glass and you ding it and it has a frequency, and then if a singer sings the same frequency, it'll like shatter the glass.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what the exact mechanics are, but I've heard.
Yeah, I've heard theories about
it. That can happen.
So the thing that there's people that do it all the
time.
Yeah. But anyways, the thing that I guess I wonder with that is, so if we are laying there and we have our cells and our body and our organs and all that resonating at a certain frequency, and then you play all of these different frequencies at us and through us and da-da-da, what does it do to, you know what I mean? Like, what does it do to us, I guess, is what I'm kind of questioning. Because if we're resonating with the same thing, is it harmonizing in a good thing, or is it harmonizing in, like...
I imagine it's like...
depends.
I imagine it's like a massage for all of your cells through your body.
That's kind of how okay.
But from what
I'm not sure
about it's better than, like, microwaves or radio waves or, like EMFs. Those are all bad waves that you don't want to go through your body, but I feel like everything that we've been told about sound is beneficial.
I'm not so sure, though.
No?
Maybe I'm wrong. So let me just say that I'm not an authority on this. I need to...
Oh, yeah, I just am guessing from my own knowledge.
Yeah.
No, I
would need to, look this up to make sure that I'm remembering this correctly, but I swear that I read some things about, like... So there are some certain places... I think it's mostly, like, around Cuba, maybe? Fuck. I don't want to, like, give wrong information. So I'm a little bit, like...
Too late.
Anyways,
I don't know.
It might not be there, but I swear there's, like, some place where they're noticing that certain, like... And it happens to be usually near, like, government buildings. Like, people will get, like, blasted. I swear it was some sort of sound wave or something like that. But
like
it basically...
ringing?
Like, something happens to them and it can make them sick, I think, kind of, or something. And they think it might be like
too long within that.
Yeah, and they're not sure if it's like some sort of a weapon that's being used and deployed, or if it's like something that's like naturally happening. They kind of don't think it's natural, I don't think, but I'm gonna have to look this up.
I mean, the government's always up to something.
No, I'm just kidding.
They're always up to something.
Yeah, I wouldn't not believe it.
So, but my point is, if I'm right about this, that it's sound waves, and again, I might be wrong, so please, don't trust me.
We're gonna find out more information.
I do want to take it back that I don't think all sound waves are beneficial because I've also seen them like. This is probably just in movies, but I'm sure it's actually something that can be done where they like explode rats using sound, like to make it combust.
Well, didn't they have like people that didn't Nikola Tesla, I swear, create an invention that he could tune the frequency of a building and just like demolish a building? I swear. I saw
that's nothing I've ever that's nothing I've ever heard of. I'll just say that.
If I find information on that, I will post it on.
I mean, I can also see maybe not that he did it. I don't know anything about that, or that it was like a little device or a big device. Like I
felt like it was a small device, but I felt like it had very large repercussions, and he did it to a building, and then he didn't. I mean, I don't think that they came out with it because they realized how destructive it was.
I mean, if you find the right vibrations, you could potentially simulate an earthquake. So that's plausible.
I mean, yeah, that's why I'm kind of curious,
But yeah, you could also, probably use sound to, destroy cancer cells, and, but if you're destroying cancer cells, then what other cells else are you destroying, though? If you're destroying
the good
cells.
One? Yeah, that is true. Does it just not differentiate and just destroy everything in that area? Yeah. Probably.
Well, I think, everything, it probably has really positive applications, and it probably has some probably really consequential negative implications as well. It's just, a degree of knowing how much and for how long and what waves are okay and it's and
you said
that you get by scientific study, so which is which it's probably always going to be.
We could probably look it up and find.
Yeah, everything has a degree of risk, I think. So.
Well, I also feel like a certain tone or humming would make you nauseous, So if there was just a constant maybe that's just all it is by these government buildings that people are getting sick. Maybe it's just a constant hum from all the security camera, all the electronic stuff going at once, and all the microwaves and EMFs. You know how you when you go under power lines, really big ones, you can hear the buzzing and the.
So what is the reaction of all these different things that we're using coming together? Maybe it's when they pass each other.
Yeah. I mean, they probably got night vision cameras. These government buildings probably have tons of cameras, right? Night vision cameras, regular cameras, motion cameras, and then they're probably all wireless at this point, so all on Wi-Fi, or Bluetooth or whatever waves.
Using the waves around us. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
There's probably 800 million 5G towers in their neighborhoods, and...
Well, they'll have a cell phone emitting its own electromagnetic field.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll try and find some of the articles I've read and put it on Patreon. And if I'm wrong, I will make a retraction
on Patreon.
Oh man! But anyways, back to all my stuff that I got at Luna Deterrence.
After the Amber, we went on a talk. So you bought Amber and a couple other things.
Yep, and then I got some. Oh, they had a whole box of freebies. Little.
You went to town.
I did. I got 6 or 8 of them. I can't even remember, but they were all so cute and little, and just they're so cute. But I figured, you know what, they were free for me, so, if kids come by and they want one, you give them away to kids, that was really what I thought about. I was like, you know what, I won't have a problem giving these ones away. And they were, Alright, and then I also
You asked so many times, though, you were like, are you sure they're free? I could just take them? I could just take these for free?
You don't want any of my money for this? For real?
He was like, no, just take them, it's fine.
Yeah, no, they were really cool. They were, decent-sized pieces that I'm sure other people would sell for, 50 cents or $1, you know, fill up a bag for so much dollars,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, sure, you don't want me to, like, throw you a couple bucks? I'm getting, like, 8 of them.
As he's ringing up all of your items, like, all of these are for you, ma'am. All of these are your order.
Yes. Yes, sir. All of it's for me.
Nice.
He's like, you earned these.
And then you know what he says to me? You get a free box of incense. Go ahead. And then I go and I grab a box. He's like, oh, you got the big box. I'm like, oh, shoot, sorry.
He said, go grab any box you'd like.
Yeah, and they were the quickest one that I grabbed. I really wasn't trying to go for, like, a bigger box. But, you know, I did get the big box. I always go for Nag Champa for some reason. That one's, like, my scent.
Yeah,
that
I
like.
remember you got that when we all three of us went to go get our hair done together. You went and bought some at that shop, too.
Yep, I actually, and it's the same brand, I want to say, called Satya, Satya. They're,
They're not.
Yeah, I got some of that too. What is the actual kind that you got? Oh, it was Nag Champa is the scent.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Okay.
yep.
I got some from them too. I got one it's like called Karma, I think it is. Yeah.
Yep, and
It smells really good. I've been digging it.
What did you get, Sam?
So I got just one thing. But it was like they have their like showpieces in one case, and that's where I always end up spending money.
Yeah.
But I got a Angel Aura Druzy agate generator, which I usually don't like Angel Aura stuff because that's like a man.
It's a chemically treated.
Yeah, it's treated with titanium and gold, I want to say, and then it's heat treated to make like the rainbowy effect on the outside.
Yeah.
But it was really pretty, and it's also a druzy one, which I also usually don't like agates either. I'm usually like, oh, it's just an agate, like, and they're not that fast unless it's moss agate. And
Yeah, same.
and then moss agate I go to town on.
I love moss agate. Yeah, I'm the same. Like, agate's okay to me, but nothing too, like, yeah. I mean, sometimes you'll have some cool, like, lines throughout it or, like, swoops.
Yeah.
But, again, a moss agate's awesome looking.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's a really showy piece, and so I got that, and I did pick up I got carnelians out of the little freebie bucket.
Nice. I got a little freebie too. I got one of the, it looks like, well, we can't determine, we think it might actually be pyrite, right?
Yeah.
Almost positive.
Because I think when she put it in the bag, I think she said titanium or something like that, but that didn't seem quite right to me, but
It might be.
I might have
be
misheard
mistaken.
her too. I don't know.
But either way, it's either titanium or pyrite, but
yeah.
it's even a square. It's like a solid
yeah, it's like a solid square. But then I also got some decks, you know. But they ended up comping our sound session.
Yeah, that was super
So
nice.
they were like, just spend it in the shop. And we were like, okay.
We did.
So I was like, okay.
Well,
Yeah,
I did.
We each spent more than what the session would have been
Yeah.
individually.
Well, originally,
so.
we were going to do it, like, I think a week before, but she had some stuff come up, so she had to just push it back a week. And so she's like, yeah, you can have it for free. We were like, what?
For real?
Like,
What?
that was very nice. And
Yeah.
we wish that she should have, or we wish that she could have come on here, and she almost was going to be a guest, but yeah, unfortunately, things just didn't work out.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
I
someday
do.
in the future, we'll see.
I remember 2 things that she said during our first experience together that I really, really loved, though. Like, I don't know quite what brought it up, but I was talking about, like, maybe going through some of the experiences that I'm going through is, like, supposed to be making me into the person I'm meant to become or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she was like, well, you know, you are who you are, and it's not about becoming the person you were meant to be. It's about being the person you already are, and digging through all of, like, the crap that you go through in life, and just, you know, getting back to who you know you truly are. And that just kind of was like, yeah, you know, I can kind of dig that. So, and then there was another thing she was saying. She was like, yeah, and then once you find out who that is, you know, refuse to dim your light for anyone. They can get some sunglasses. I was like, that's a really cool
That's
quote.
really cute.
Like, I love it. But anyways.
What decks did you end up getting?
So
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's okay. We were just having a conversation. So.
Yeah. I'm just trying
So
to transition.
I added.
I forgot that she was talking
of
about
the
that, though,
three,
so I didn't-
I've only actually opened one of them so far because I'm kind of treating the other ones as a sort of treat for myself once I meet some like milestones.
Motivation.
There you
Yes. So I did open one of them, and it's the Wonderland Tarot, and so it's just kind of an addition to my literary decks.
It
because
suits you well, though. You love Alice in Wonderland. So.
Yeah. Well, and I love books, and I love, sort of like literary themed things. So
yeah, it was a cute deck, and I also like I don't obviously do tarot or care, but I did like how that deck had like the corresponding suits and numbers with it, so that if you wanted to learn
the deck of cards,
it also has those on it as well as like the artwork for the tarot deck.
It is interesting the suits. Well, so I want to just distinguish here. What Sam is talking about is they have like card suits, like spades, clubs, whatever on them. But also, you can, if you want, you can also use the same suits as like the deck itself, which are like hats and flamingos or Oysters, I think was one of them. Yeah. But I think each of them corresponds to a specific suit for the other
I think that's
the
part that I think I would have found appealing, actually, because I remember on the tarot episode we were talking about how I didn't even realize that there were like all the different suits, like the swords and the cups and all that.
Yeah.
So for me to learn tarot, I would probably need like a corresponding deck that would kind of teach me, because I'm already used to a standard deck. So if I could learn kind of the base
and see what they mean in cards that you're familiar with,
exactly, then I'd probably learn it better. But.
Yeah.
But what other decks did you get?
Oh, so I also got, one of them is called it's Vox Arcana, so it's the voice of tarot, and I looked it up before I bought it, and it's, like a collective deck, so, like, there are, like, different artists and things like that who have contributed, and so I just thought that was kind of cool, so I got it, and I haven't opened it yet, so I have no idea what the cards really look like. I think I may have seen, like, a preview of, like, one or two, like, when I was looking it up online to see what it was. But I have not looked at a vast majority of them.
Yeah, you didn't dive into it.
Right, exactly. And then the last one I got is one that I've actually been sort of eyeballing for a little while. It's the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot Deck by Matt Hughes, and it's an Art Nouveau sort of style deck, and I love, like, I think Art Nouveau looks really cool. I don't usually have it around my house, but I think, like, as an artistic movement, I think it's very visually appealing. I like it.
I've never really known what that really is. Like, so to
Here, you can like kind of
myself,
look at the box, and it's a very distinctive sort of style. You've probably seen
so
things that look kind of like that before,
or like old.
It's kind of groovy.
It's got gold, like
embellishments, and
yeah. It is very pretty, though.
Yeah, I don't know really how to describe it in words, per se, but
I guess it's called Art Nouveau.
Art Nouveau.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never known that was, like, a specific style.
But it's very distinctive sort of style, and I've always sort of, like, thought it was very visually appealing, so I bought this. And so I think this is going to be, like, the deck that I get at the end. I'm going to do the Voice of Tarot. It's going to be, like, my treat. Well, my middle treat. And then my ultimate treat will be the Ethereal Visions. So yeah, that's how I'm bribing myself to do things that I really need to get done. Which is mostly, like, doing edits and filling out the random pieces of my dissertation that I still have yet to write. Because I've been working, like, non-linearly, which is horrible, but also necessary because my brain is not working well.
You have been at least contributing the hours, though. I remember you weren't really.
I've been putting in, and I've been pushing myself to put in, like, more time than usual, like pushing. Like, it's hard, but I have to do it. So
you're getting it done.
Yeah.
How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
What is that from?
I have no idea. I think it's just a saying.
Oh, it's just a saying. It's a random saying. I feel like I've heard it before, but I wasn't sure what the context was.
It's got to be on something, because I know I've heard it from someone. It wasn't mine, so.
Oh, okay. I just assumed it was, like, from a movie or something, or... Yeah. I'm sure it has, like, some... Even if it is just, like, a saying now, I'm sure it has, like, some...
starting point.
Some origin story. Yeah.
Origin story.
But yeah.
So, yeah, we can probably close out by just kind of giving our, thoughts on the shop and will we do it again. So, I know, personally, I love the shop. I think it's got a variety of great things to choose from, good prices, the owners are great, and
I think
beyond that,
since
shop again. Oh yeah, the shot for
Yeah.
sure. But beyond that, the fact that they also do the experiences too, and I've had the sound baths. I love those. But I probably got what I need out of just a regular meditation sound bath. Like, I would love to have another one, but I think I'd also like to try, like, the Reiki healing.
Yeah.
I feel like I've never done that before. I'd like to just kind of feel
I've
if I do
read about
actually feel, because, you know, it is kind of
I've
funny
done it
how,
once.
It is kind of funny how, like, when somebody does, like, pass over you or by you, you can kind of feel them, you know? Like, even if your eyes are closed and somebody's, like, you know, like, going around, you can kind of almost sense. So if they are doing something like that, like, I kind of wonder, just kind of what it would feel like to actually, if they do tune into specific energies and try to, like, bring stuff up and down and over, and I don't know what that would feel like and if it would even do anything, but that'd be interesting, I think, to experience, too.
Yeah, I think I would do the sound bath again, too, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
But probably by myself. And, like, I would bring way more, like, cushion.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably bring a blanket.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, I would like to do, like, try one where they do put, like, them on your body and, like, or around your body, like we were talking about, and, like...
That would be cool.
Feel it
Or
more up close. And
ooh, I wonder if she would allow, during a single session, for you to hold a bowl and do that while she does them around you. You know what I mean? Like, then you might be able to feel it, like, I don't know.
maybe.
Or she could come over and do it, like, as she does it.
Yeah.
Like, every once in a while.
Oh, just as
Do
you're
it
holding it.
so that it's in
she-
tune with hers.
Right, right. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
On the beach during the sunset. When it's 98 degrees.
Well, and you know, that's the thing, too, that I kind of was wishing that I had a different spot that I could go to for different meditations, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or if I could just be on my own for that part, I guess. Like, and not have to necessarily go...
To the willow tree?
Yes, exactly. Yep, I think, like you said, like...
Maybe you can, like, on a one-on-one, you can tell her, be like, oh, this is, like, my spot, and, like, describe it to her so that she can take you to that spot.
Yeah, you know, that's a good idea, actually, yeah. Let's get very specific about where my spot is.
Draw her under a picture.
Yes.
And this,
Ooh,
there's
speaking
the
of
smoke
pictures.
pit right here.
Yes, this is where we hang out. This is where we go. No, but, speaking of pictures, though, I actually, in the shop, I remember we looked at this painting that was on the wall. I think, oh man, I can't remember how much it was, but it was too expensive for me, but it was super, super pretty. It had, like, I think it was ink, almost. Was it ink? Do you even know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I was distracted by the fridge.
Oh, oops. Well, yeah, there was this painting on the wall, and she has, like, a whole bunch of different artists that have contributed art pieces that have their own, like, you know, prices and tags on them, and one of them was just super duper pretty, and I really wanted it, but, yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah, it was
I
like
did
a
not have enough
live-edged wood slab that had, like...
animals, and...
Well, there was, like, neon marble paint in the background, but then on top of that was... hand-inked different, like, woodland animals, like a wolf and a bear and, like, owls.
I feel like I completely missed this.
It was really, really pretty.
Yeah.
I think you were waiting for us outside at this point. That was when we were standing in line. That we saw.
It was in the area
Gotcha.
where I was talking about, man, I'm so impressed by people that have more than 7 plants. Like, how do you manage all of these plants?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that reminded me of those little mushrooms they had kind of throughout. Remember, did they glow in the dark?
Some of them, I think.
Did they have one on a nightlight, I feel like?
I think the nightlight was its own thing, but I think she said that her husband made those out of hot glue.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Speaking of
cool.
plants, though, I've been having Nugget help me with the plants.
Gardening.
Oh, yeah.
With my indoor plants. So we like, I fill up my water bottle so she can just, like, spritz them a little bit. So I made the mistake of, like, filling it up more than just the tiniest bit because she, like, spritzed the the plants, but then she turned it and started spritzing herself. And then she was like, "You do it." And then she'd have me spritz her, but of course then I spritzed her back too. And oh my gosh, she was a total mess.
It was probably a great time.
It was fun though.
It's
we
just
had
water.
fun.
It's
yeah,
fine.
it's
She's got
totally
more
just
clothes.
water. Yeah.
That's adorable though.
That's one thing that I love is that, when they're kids and it's not going to be a huge mess anyways, it's like, go ahead, just let them be an animal.
I was
Like, you're being
"It's just
ridiculous.
water."
Look how cute
I put
you
down
are.
a towel. It was fine. And her clothes were a little wet for an hour or two, probably. But it was fun.
Levi took his diaper off 3 times today. Like, just was like, I'm just gonna walk around and then run from here to there and giggle.
Oh my God.
And like,
I'm free.
pretty much. But I'm looking at it as maybe it's a good sign that he's maybe just doesn't like being in his wet diaper anymore. So like he's starting to know that like, hey, I wet myself, and like that's not cool.
Oh my God.
The other day she ran out of the bathroom and said, "I'm a naked baby."
Oh my God.
They love to be naked.
Which is probably going to be your payback because you did that all the time when you were little.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Didn't you like bolt out onto the patio like buck naked when you were like
so
2?
Tom
Like, in the winter.
lives here actually in your house.
Yep.
And I ran buck naked out on the porch in the middle of winter, and Mom had to come chase after me. And Tommy, for some reason, was out on his porch that day and was looking over at him like, "Hi, I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
"Hi."
That's
like,
awesome.
I was probably like 2 or 3, toddlers.
Yeah.
Just running around.
My mom likes to tell the
Just
story when
free.
I was like 6 or something, and I wore. It was like a slip that you would wear underneath your nice dresses, but it was like see-through and like white lace or something, and I wore it as my wedding dress outside to talk to the neighbors. So I'm out there talking to the neighbors in my see-through like spaghetti strapped dress,
That's like
telling them that this is what I'm going to wear on my wedding night, and like
Oh my. And you were probably just thinking, "Oh, this is what I'm going to wear like
to the
like
wedding.
a dress,
Like,
like a wedding dress." And they're probably like, "Oh, so you know what goes on afterwards?"
What are your parents teaching you
I'm
over
a
there?
6-year-old, just like, look how cute I am. My mom's like, I think she came out and like covered me and like took me in.
What are you doing, Samantha?
Oh, nothing.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
talking to the neighbor, Mom. Oh man. But anyways, yes.
Trouble. I'm just kidding.
Children.
Now it's our turn for payback.
Yes. It's alright. So back to kind of topic / outro, because I feel like we're kind of off topic talking about kids, and
When are we not off
That's what we
topic?
have. Children.
I'm just
This
saying.
is true. Speaking of, I can see her actually out there.
Oh man.
Grandma right now.
Holy moly.
But yeah, so our next episode, well, I don't know if it's going to be our next episode or not, but our next experience that we're going to be having is probably going to be the float tanks, right?
I think so.
Ooh, I've already had one experience, so now I'm going
I
to
need
go
to
for my
schedule
second.
mine. Do your period. Please go away.
And I'm waiting for mine like any day of the week, so I don't want to schedule mine and then like
Get there and be like,
in the tank be like, hi, it's time now. I'm here.
I was going to say, we have some time.
the time has
so
come, my little red friend.
Yes, we will.
Fuck you.
Well, I suppose. With
So
that.
if you guys are wanting to find Luna
yeah.
Datura, she is located at 117 South 3rd Street in Rockford, Illinois. And yeah, she's got a very nice shop with lots of items to offer, from incense and crystals to sound bowls.
I think they have a website too, which I will try and share online somewhere.
Okay, it's Luna Datura, so
Yeah.
LUNA space DATURA.
Nice. Okay. Well, we also still need your questions.
Oh
So
yeah,
there are
it's
some
getting
questions.
to the end of the season, guys.
Yeah, if you go to our website, just click where it actually says right now, like, send us your episode ideas. Maybe we can get that changed. We'll try. I make no promises, but we'll try. If not, it's this. It looks like a little sticky note on our homepage. It says like send us your ideas, but you can also submit questions there. So go ahead and just click that, and it brings you to a little form. You can enter like your info and let us know if you have like a social media handle you'd like us to use, whether it's okay for us to use your name or not, and all of that jazz. And
but yeah, feel free to submit multiple questions because we like to definitely answer lots and lots of questions and have lots of ones to choose from. And it's always good to hear from our audience.
Are we maybe giving something away to somebody who submits a question?
Oh, that's true. I forgot. We were going to do a giveaway at the end of the season, so maybe that's how we'll do it. So maybe
you guys are finding out right now.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, no, I like that. So
the more questions
somebody
that you submit,
who has a question,
the more entries you get to a giveaway that we're going to now put together. So, and maybe the giveaway will include some of our shop items that we will be potentially putting up in our Etsy shop because we are finally established as
every day I'm hustling,
and we can make money. So, visit our Etsy shop, visit our Redbubble, visit our website,
Patreon.
Submit questions.
We'll put together a little giveaway goodie bag.
Yeah.
Yes.
For those who
that'd be a good way to close out the season.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm just gonna maybe we should do like 2 prizes that are like for those who submit a question, but if your question gets chosen and you're in, then that's like another like a little bit of an extra prize. Like if we like your question.
Well, I mean,
I feel like we've used pretty much every question we've been submitted, unless it was something that we just didn't want.
I mean, now that there's a giveaway attached,
I feel like there was one question that we'd given up the whole two seasons.
There was a few of them that we didn't get to, but for a majority of them we did. So I mean,
some of them that were fairly similar, so we lumped together.
Who knows how many will get submitted? And
how
many
true.
Will get
especially if there's a giveaway attached.
I feel like if we just do maybe like we did before, we had a prize 1 and a prize 2. So maybe we'll just, out of the handful of questions that we choose, we'll do a raffle for prize 1. And then out of
everyone,
excuse me, yes, everybody, we can do a prize 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So try and make them good questions so that you can get
so you can try and get
the bigger prize.
Bigger prize, yeah. And are we going to just announce it at the end of that episode, or will we announce it because I feel like we can put together the mechanics of it.
Well, we'll get the details after this. We'll
have a little more.
I feel like most likely we will announce that live on the air when we record that episode.
Yeah,
we'll say all the questions and answer them all, and then at the end we'll say our raffle winners.
Yeah, I think that works. Sweet. All right. Well. And I think that's everything, right? Did we say everything we needed to say?
I think so, guys.
There's so much more we could say, but it would be really off topic. Not that would be out of character for us.
You can get us on Patreon. That is the only other thing we did leave out. But
I mentioned it several times.
She's like, no, I said it. Okay, never mind then.
And hopefully, we're still working on some of the logistics for the Etsy and things like that, but it is coming. So watch out for our website for that as well, and Redbubble. We'll have both.
Yeah.
So. All right, until next time, everyone.
Until next time, Coven. Blessed be witches.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Midwest Coven Cast.
We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode.
In the meantime, you can check out Midwest Coven Cast Presents Weekend Reads.
Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Join and support us on Patreon. You can also find us at
MidwestCovenCast.com.
You can also join our coven by following us on social media.
At Midwest Coven Cast on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, and at Midwest Coven on Twitter.
Until next time, Coven.
Blessed be.